Hello everyone, my name is Oksana. It's road to Edoverse Weekly Edoverse Insider 117th. We deliver the news about the creation of our project Edoverse. And as usual, lately, Mitsushi, could you please open today's session? Hello.
Hi, this is Mitsushi. So I would like to share several news and updates about crypto world. So a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I think the DMM Bitcoin, the famous Japanese crypto exchange, was hacked, and a huge BTC was sort of stolen. And DMM Bitcoin announced that they will compensate for users with Bitcoin. That means DMM Bitcoin will acquire BTC somewhere else and compensate the same amount of BTC to users. And so I think this is very, very sort of significant news. And I think all the crypto exchanges in Japan will strengthen their security, and the regulator, the Ministry of Finance, will, I think, check or inspect all the crypto exchanges in Japan. So I don't know if this news will turn out to be very negative in the future, but the fact is that a lot of venture capital will sort of suspend their investment in Japan sort of projects or Japan origin projects for now. But we can leverage or take advantage of this situation. A lot of hacking happened in the past in Japan, like CoinCheck and Zaif. Then every time hacking happened, we sort of improved our security status and sort of overcame those problems and even accelerated the sort of Web3 industrialization. So with this shocking news, in a short term, it is really bad news, but in a long term, this is a great opportunity for us to re-examine our security status and the ways in which we observe assets. And FTX crisis that happened 2 years ago damaged a lot of crypto industry all across the world. But now it's going back, and a lot of people still enjoy trading of crypto assets. So the issue is how we should take advantage of this opportunity and even strengthen or intensify the security and the supervision method of crypto assets. I think that's the sort of landscape of crypto exchanges or cryptocurrency in Japan right now. And that's the update from me. And thanks.
Thank you very much. It's actually very important information from you. And Martin, could you please join us? Hello.
Hi. Yeah, we did touch on that hack and the theft last week, and yeah, it's an interesting development. And obviously, as Mitsushi-san points out, in the short term, it is having a negative impact, but yeah, hopefully in the long term, it will serve to further strengthen the security protocols of various companies who are involved in that business. So yeah, fingers crossed it all works out for the best in the end. For me, I would like to draw everyone's attention to a piece of legislation that looks like it's going to go through in New York State, where their state legislature has passed a bill that would prohibit social media companies from showing what they call addictive feeds to children under 18 without parental consent. The bill's called the Stop Addictive Feeds Exploitation for Kids Act. The acronym for that is SAFE, Stop Addictive Feeds Exploitation. And yeah, it's looking like it's going to target Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, and other social media companies that have this kind of algorithmic feed that pushes content to users based on their history of watching and liking things. So, I mean, how is that relevant to Edoverse? Well, I think that it does show that a lot of parents are very concerned about their children's use of social media and games. And I think that there is an opportunity for companies like us that are looking to do something that's a little bit more wholesome, something that has an educational element to it, something that's steeped in history and has obviously we've got a lot of art in the platform. So I do think it is a very kind of educational, wholesome experience that children under 18 years old would benefit from, and it's something that their parents would definitely approve of them having on their computers and playing, without them having to be concerned about, you know, the violence and all sorts of other aspects that obviously parents have been concerned about in regards to video games for decades now. So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure whether that piece of legislation is actually going to be passed into law, and who knows whether other nations will adopt similar legislation, but it does look like it is going to go through, and it would set a precedent. So obviously in previous weeks I've mentioned that there seems to be this kind of protectionist move. Obviously TikTok is in the firing line and is in the sights of Congress right now. So that's another move that could be happening in the next few months. And I mentioned Trump's got himself a TikTok account and he's now backing them, whereas Biden and the Democrat Party are against it. So yes, it's a very interesting turn of events, this. And obviously with the European elections just having happened yesterday, and there's lots of change going on there, I think we might see more of this sort of conservative type of legislation targeting social media proliferate in the future. And yeah, that does seem like it could be a really good opportunity for the Edoverse, you know, as a wholesome and educational platform. Hopefully, you know, if we get the word out, more and more people will start spending time with us and get involved and become Edoversians. So yeah, fingers crossed that happens too. So Roxana, that's all from me this week. I'll hand it back over to you.
Thank you very much, Martin. And Sarwaka, can I please invite you to the conversation? Hello.
Hi, ciao, ciao everybody. So from my side this time, I would like to share some art news. As probably you guys, you know that with Edoverse, we speak about art a lot of the we speak about art most we often speak about art. So I would like to share some interesting news that actually is coming to Portugal. We in Italy, I don't know if you guys know the contemporary artist Maurizio Cattelan. He's one of the most famous Italian contemporary artists who made the Gold Toilet, or he made a very very famous banana on the wall. He's gonna do the very soon next year the retrospective in Servalles Museum, that is one of the most famous contemporary museum in Portugal. And yes, so I wanted to share this interesting news from my side, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sarwaka. Yes, it's one of my favorite artists as well. And hope you will,
Wow,
you will have yes, hope you will have fun at the retrospective exhibition. And Dominique, could you please sum up today's session? Hello.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Oksana, and thank you, Sarah. Yeah, the Catalans is actually one of the leader of the contemporary world, contemporary art. Is a really crazy genius artist. Yeah, and just in a port, yeah. So the exhibitions that'll be great actually. But those are the real exhibitions, but our Edoverse world, we are just in a Metaverse 3D space. We're gonna have a lot of opportunities to just show up the many art in the future. So and then we are now developing just the first stage, because that we already just launched the first 3D space, and also that we're still just struggling with that whether we can just to make we just continue and also make the more actually the better one, just for the things, and also all the people can just enjoy it. And then now I think world actually really now to pay attention to the real world assets, just utilizing the ST, the security token, Of course, the Edoverse is going to just try the security token, just to put into the variable token into Zen in the future. So in a Edoverse, whatever actually that the 3D space that in the Edo city, we're gonna just put the value just with it, just the security token, just on the back with the real art. So of course, is those kind of the super contemporaries artists like a Catalan, just if you can just apply into the space, that it's gonna be, of course, it's really great. But also, I think that we are just representing the Edo city. So in this case, we're gonna just show you a lot of old arts, the Japanese art as well, just like ukiyo-e, already just launched museums, and also we have a lot of sort of beautiful artworks, and of course, including the sort of global contemporary art as well. So that once that is the really valuable space that we have, it's going to be actually really exciting, and also it must be really beautiful too. But before we do, we are actually our team now focusing on how we can just give enough benefits, actually the more benefits to the stakeholders, because we have already that the land NFT holders and also katana NFT holders, and also there are many Zen holders too. So we're gonna just the pump up the older sort of value of Edo in the future, just in order to of course the expanding this space. To do so, we are now in a very simple just play to earn game. Of course, that we did that sort of bit, but that we just made up the sort of a point system. But that we need a sort of more actually simple, actually the staking type of interesting Edo City game to everybody. So and once it's launched, that we have to just introduce a lot of art inside too. But still just we are just to manage whether we can just we can just use the existing space, or maybe it's the modified space or new space. We are now actually really considering it. So our team actually now this time that to take a bit of time just to do to create those kind of the play to earn game, and then we had to show up so many art in the future. So please wait for a little while, and then stay tuned with us, and I hope just that we can just enjoy Edoverse. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dominique, and thank you everybody for participating in today's session. And we will meet next week. Goodbye.